Who is ready for some more Crock-pot recipes? We are going strong with Crocktober, and today is a fun one. Today we are doing 9 dump and go Crock-pot recipes. So what's that mean is you just dump all the ingredients in, you leave, and you come back, and it's completely done and ready to enjoy. My name's Christine. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Sometimes we're in my sister's kitchen. Sometimes we're in mine. Today it is mine. But my sister Carrie and I run this channel, and we're on a mission to teach everyone how to eat an easy, delicious, home-cooked meal, and we love the Crock-pot. So to celebrate Crocktober, we are doing Crock-pot recipes or sharing Crock-pot recipes on our channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're sharing all of our favorites so that you guys can be making Crock-pot recipes all month long. Also, we are going to be sending extra recipes to your email. Make sure you sign up for those in the link in the description below. And of course, we have a digital cookbook so where you can have 31 days of our favorite Crock-pot recipes so you can do a new recipe every day of the month and never have a repeat. Let's get started with these dump and go recipes. Recipe number 1 is Crock-pot cabbage. Now, if you love cabbage, which it is amazing, it is so easy to make in the Crock-pot with this super simple recipe that's packed with flavor.
If you love cabbage, you are going to love this slow cooker cabbage recipe. Start by browning 8 slices of bacon with a half a white onion diced until the bacon is nice and crispy. Remove it from the pan and transfer it to a paper towel lined plate to soak up all the grease. Chop the bacon and add the bacon, onions, and bacon grease, approximately a 1/4 cup of the bacon grease, to the crock pot on top of a head of cabbage, cored and diced. Top with a little bit of minced garlic, salt, pepper, chicken broth. Cook on high for about 3 to 4 hours until the cabbage is tender.
Recipe number 2 is pasta and meatballs. Now this is truly a one-pot meal. Even the pasta cooks in the crock pot, and my littlest child, she's not that little anymore, but she asks for this one all the time. You are going to love it.
This crock-pot pasta with meatballs is literally a one-pot meal and just takes minutes to toss in your crock-pot. Start by rinsing about 8 ounces of rigatoni fully, add it to the crock pot with a pound of meatballs and then 2 jars of marinara sauce. I used about 24 ounces each. Then add in 2 cups of water and stir until all the ingredients are combined. The trick is you want to make sure the pasta is covered and press it down if need be. Cook on low for 2.5 to 3 hours or on high for 1.5 to 2. Stir in that mozzarella cheese and then it's ready to enjoy. Everyone is going to love this easy and delicious pasta with meatballs crock-pot recipe.
Recipe number 3, Crock-pot barbecue brisket. This is perfect for any game day or any lazy Saturday. Throw it in the morning. Have a delicious dinner that everyone is going to love.
Making Crock-pot brisket is so easy and it is so tender. The flavor from being slow cooked all day is amazing and it's so easy to make. Start by putting 4 pounds of brisket in the bottom of the crock pot. Top with a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons paprika, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons pepper, 2 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce, and a tablespoon chili powder, 2 teaspoons cumin, and 2 cups barbecue sauce. Rub all the mixture onto the brisket, cover and cook on low for 10 hours or on high for 5. I love cooking this one on low because it makes the beef oh so tender. Then slice or serve and this brisket is ready to enjoy. Everyone always gets seconds on this one.
Recipe number 4 is another one-pot meal, Crock-pot pork chop dinner. This has all your sides, the pork chops, amazing flavor, all in the crock pot. It's the best way to really amp up the flavors of boring pork chops.
This crock-pot pork chop dinner is easy to make and packed with flavor. Start by adding 4 russet potatoes peeled and diced to the bottom of the crock pot. Layer with baby carrots and season with salt and pepper. Top with 6 boneless pork chops and season with a tablespoon of Italian seasoning and a teaspoon of garlic salt. Pour 1 can of crushed tomatoes on top and then add in 3 cups chicken breast. Cover and cook on low for 6 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 until those potatoes are nice and tender. Then it's ready to serve. I love pouring the extra sauce over the potatoes and the carrots. It adds so much flavor, and this recipe is so simple to make and everyone loves it.
Recipe number 5 is a fan favorite, Crockpot tater tot casserole. If you guys have not tried this yet, it is so fun and so delicious, family friendly, and super easy to make, of course, in the Crockpot.
This Crockpot tater tot casserole is only 7 ingredients and is a family favorite in my house. Start by browning 2 pounds of ground beef and then drain off any excess grease. Pour it into the bottom of a 6-quart crock-pot. Top with a can of cream of mushroom soup, a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons minced garlic, and 2 teaspoons black pepper. Stir until all the ingredients are combined. Top with 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese and then a 16-ounce bag of frozen tater tots. Cover and cook on low for 2 to 3 hours until those tater tots are nice and tender. Top with another 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. Cover and just cook on low until that cheese is melted, and then it's ready to serve. This one is so easy and tastes amazing. I could literally eat this every night of the week.
Recipe number 6 is Crockpot smothered chicken. No dry chicken here. This chicken is packed full of delicious mushrooms, cheese, and amazing sauce that tastes great over pasta or mashed potatoes. Ooh, it makes me hungry just thinking about it.
This Crockpot smothered chicken makes the most tender chicken with mushrooms, and the gravy is my favorite part. Let's start by making the sauce. Whisk together 1 can cream of mushroom soup with a 1 packet onion soup mix, 1.5 cups chicken broth, a 1/2 teaspoon dried thyme leaves with a 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. Layer chicken and sliced mushrooms into the crock-pot and top with the sauce. Cover and cook on low until that chicken is nice and tender and shreds easily. Shred the chicken, then stir together 1 tablespoon cornstarch with 2 tablespoons cold water. Mix this cornstarch slurry into the sauce in the crock pot to help thicken the sauce, and then stir that shredded chicken back in. And then it's ready to serve. This is amazing over brown rice, mashed potatoes, or even egg noodles. Everyone's gonna love this simple and easy crock-pot smothered chicken recipe.
Recipe number 7, Crockpot Korean beef. This one is probably my favorite. It is so good. It tastes like it came from your favorite Asian restaurant, and it is so amazing.
This crock-pot Korean beef is better than any takeout, and the beef is so tender after being slow cooked all day. Start by whisking together 3/4 cup brown sugar with 1 diced onion, 1/4 cup cornstarch, 2 tablespoons sesame oil, a 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 cup soy sauce, and 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes until fully combined. Add this mixture to the crock pot with 1.5 pounds flank steak. Cook on low for 6 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 until that beef is nice and tender. Remove the beef and shred it with 2 forks. It should fall apart easily, and if it's not, return it back to the slow cooker until it is very, very tender. Once shredded, stir it back into the sauce in the crock pot, and it's ready to serve. That sauce should be nice and thick. Top it with some diced green onions, and no one will be asking for takeout again.
Recipe number 8 is Crockpot sweet and sour chicken. It's another takeout copycat that's delicious and packed full of flavor. You guys are going to love this one.
This slow cooker sweet and sour chicken is the ultimate dump and go dinner. This tangy sweet sauce that thickens up makes the chicken and rice just packed with flavor. Start by adding 1.5 pounds chicken breast diced into the crock pot. Top with 1 onion peeled and cut into large pieces, a 1/2 cup ketchup, 2 cloves garlic mince, 3 tablespoons soy sauce, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/2 cup honey, 1/2 cup white wine vinegar to a 6-quart crock pot. Cover and cook on low for 5 to 6 hours or on high for about 3 hours until the chicken is cooked through. Whisk together 3 tablespoons cornstarch with a 1/4 cup of cold water. Stir this mixture and then 3 bell peppers, any color will work, into the crock pot with pineapple chunks as well. Stir and then cover and cook on high for about 30 to 40 minutes until the peppers are tender and the sauce is nice and thickened. And then it's ready to serve. I love serving this over rice topped with diced green onions and sesame seeds.
And now our last one, recipe number 9, is a classic, white chicken chili. This is my favorite chili. If you love a chicken chili, you have to try this one. It is comfort food at its finest and so simple to just throw it all in and come home to an amazing dinner waiting for you. Just like any chili recipe, this is a dump and go recipe. You dump everything in the crock pot and it cooks all day and you come home and a delicious chili is waiting for you. But what makes chicken chili a little bit different about other chilies is you don't have to brown the chicken. Most of our beef chilies, we like to brown the ground beef. So, all right, let's get started. First, you guessed it, we need chicken. We're gonna use about 1.5 pounds boneless, skinless chicken breast. You just wanna put that right into the bottom of your crock pot. Now, mine are thawed out, but you can use frozen chicken breasts and that's gonna work fine. You'll just wanna cook it just a little bit longer, like 30 to 60 minutes, and that will work great. Also, you can use boneless, skinless chicken thighs if you prefer the flavor on those. Then you need 2 cans of your favorite type of white beans, rinsed and drained. These have already been rinsed and drained. Today I am using Great Northern, but you can use cannellini as well. Or if there's another favorite that you like, that'll work great. The white beans mixes well with the chicken and the other seasonings, so I do recommend the white beans. And then 2 cans of diced green chilies. This adds so much flavor. Both of these cans are about 4 ounces each. Don't skip this part, guys. Rio says hi. Oh, I'm in Oklahoma and have a puppy. He's about 9 months old and it just started snowing this week and he's so excited and I think he's barking at the snow. Then we're going to add 1 cup frozen corn. Now you can use canned corn if you would like. It'll probably just be about 1/2 can. Make sure you drain it and you can measure out 1 cup or just throw in half the can and that'll work as well. And then 1 tablespoon minced garlic. I'm using the pre-minced garlic from a jar, but you can mince your own if you prefer. If you are mincing your own, it's probably going to be like 2 cloves minced. It's going to be equivalent to the tablespoon of the jarred mince. And then of course we can't have chili without a little onion. It adds a ton of flavor. We're going to use about 1/2 of the onion and we're going to dice it up pretty fine. I recommend using white or yellow. I'm using yellow today. I am going to use our veggie chopper that we're obsessed with. You put the onion in here, you smash it, it dices it into nice pieces. Of course, I'm going to link this in the description below for you. If you've been following us for a while, you guys know that we're obsessed with this. You can definitely chop it up on your own if you would like. I just cut the ends off the onion and then I peel out the outer layer. This onion is pretty small, so I might do a little bit more. I'm going to see how I'm feeling. And then when we use the chopper, we actually like to quarter it because we find it chops it more evenly. I'm going to put this here so you guys can see it. Hopefully you can see that. So then when you take your onion quarter, you want to take the point side, kind of like visual it as a triangle, take the point side and press it into the blades. And then you're going to just press this down really firm and quick. Sometimes I'm not firm and quick enough. There you go. And then it chops it into nice little diced onions for you. Okay, I'm gonna do 3 of these because my onion was a bit smaller than average. If you press it into the blades a little bit, it keeps it from moving around. Here, maybe I need to hold it this way. It's always harder on video, I swear. There you go. And then it makes nice, beautiful chopped onions, and just throw that right into the crock pot with the other ingredients. Now it's time to add our seasoning. So for this recipe, I like to use a little bit of chili powder. 1 teaspoon is sufficient. Okay, let me talk about these measuring spoons linked in the description below. It's great because there's 2 sides is both a teaspoon, so you can use it for lots of ingredients. So 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 or 2 teaspoons cumin. Sorry, it took me a minute to think about that. And then 1 teaspoon salt. And then a 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. Again, you guys, the recipe is linked in the description below, so you don't have to worry about writing this all down. We have it all written for you, so don't stress. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. It helps balance out the other flavors. Just trust me on this one. And then last but not least, of course, some chicken broth. So for this chili, we use 4 cups of chicken broth, or you can use one of these quart containers. They're 32 ounces, which is 4 cups. So that works as well. Now, if you're not a chicken broth person, you can do water with bouillon cubes. The chicken bouillon base would work great. You do want to use something that has that bouillon flavor, the broth flavor, just because it's going to add more flavor to your chili. So I wouldn't recommend just using water on this one. My sister's really into using bone broth right now. I think that would work great in this recipe as well, and it would add a tons of flavor. Okay, that's all that's dumped in the recipe. You can stir the ingredients together if you would like. It's totally optional. It's still going to cook well regardless. And that's it. Then you just got to let it cook in your crock pot. So make sure you put your lid on, and you can cook this on low for 6 to 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4. You're just wanting it to cook until that chicken shreds easily with 2 forks. So because I want you guys to see the results, I'm going to go ahead and cook mine on high, and I'm going to do 4 hours. Because of all that extra broth, you really don't have to risk the chicken drying out. So I usually go with like soups and chilies. I go a little bit longer on the cook time so that the chicken is nice and tender and easy to shred. All right, it's set. 4 hours. I will see you soon. It's been cooking for about 4 hours, and I went ahead and checked the chicken. When you're cooking in your crock pot and you're cooking it until the chicken's easily shreddable, don't be afraid to get in there and just kind of check it. Just take 2 forks and see if it's easy to pull apart. And if it is, it's done. So let's get this chicken shredded. Ooh, that's how you know it's good, when you got that steam release. You just want to remove your chicken from the crock pot and then shred it, and then we're going to mix it back in. So I just take it. Sometimes it's fallen apart, which is good. I put it on a cutting board, and then with 2 forks, just pull it apart. Now in my chilies, I like the chicken to be in bigger chunks versus like a soup where I'd want it on a soup spoon. I would do smaller pieces. So you can just really shred it based on your preference. Once you get all that chicken nice and shredded, then it's ready to stir back in. And that's it. The only thing left to do is enjoy. Ooh, that's a lot of crock-pot recipes. That is more than a week of dump and go dinners. Let me know in the description below which one you're trying like tonight or next week. I cannot wait to hear. I know I'm putting on my menu that Korean beef, and of course the smothered chicken, and maybe a little sweet and sour chicken as well. I cannot wait to hear what you guys will be making soon. Thank you guys so much for joining me today in my kitchen. Make sure that you like and subscribe, because we are going to be sharing crock-pot recipes all month long to celebrate Crocktober, and I do not want you guys to miss out. Also, remember, if you want them sent to your emails or you're interested in that digital cookbook, Both of those are linked in the description below, so make sure you check that out. All right, friends, I got to get out of here. Throw something in your crock pot so you don't have to worry about dinner. And remember, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.